Hey guys, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Mia J, or just Mia, whichever one you like. Anyway, I am going to make some dinner today. I know it's a big Tuesday, however, I have decided to make some turkey wings today. I think I told you on yesterday that I was in the hunt for them and I wanted to go to Piggly Wiggly, but the Piggly Wiggly that's closest to me, they closed. So I ended up going to Food Line and I found some there, but they couldn't cut them. So it was just a whole big old mess. But anyway, I got some turkey wings I'm going to cook today. I cleaned them. Well, I got them soaking right now in some water, cold water, and some lime. Just to, just kind of, it seemed like when you wash your meat or clean your meat with lime or lemon, it gives it like a better taste. I don't know if it's the acidity in the fruit, but I'm gonna let those soak for about maybe about 15-20 minutes in the cold water and the lime, and then I will rinse them off and I will be back. But let me give you a look at them. This is how they look. It was 2 flat pieces, 2 tips, and 2 of the drumstick part. I actually thought it was going to be just the flat and the tip, but the drumstick part's in there. They're so meaty. I like to get them cut because I like the mini pieces, but the drumstick part is just so much meat. I think it's just so much meat, and my son be tripping about it too. But I'm gonna cook them until they fall off the bone. So come back and we'll finish up. Okay guys, so I am back. I cleaned my turkey wings with some cold water and lemon juice or lime. And so I got those clean. So now I'm going to show you what all I used. It is, this is the wing. So I used a little bit of red pepper flakes, some Slap Your Mama, black pepper, Maggi Pollo, some Complete, I had to run out to the store to grab some onion powder and garlic powder because I was out, smoked paprika. And so I put some olive oil on it. This is some olive oil that I got from Trader Joe's, and it came with a spout, so I got 2 because I'm going to reuse the bottles. But anyway, I seasoned everything, cut up some onions and bell pepper, and massaged it real good. And so I'm going to put this in the pan. I'm going to put it in the pan, and then once it's halfway done, and I'll show you the process, but once it's halfway done, then I'm going to add a can of a golden mushroom soup and a can of cream of mushroom soup. I know, sounds weird, but I did it by mistake at one time, thinking I had 2 of the same thing, and it actually turned out good, and that's how I've been cooking it ever since. So once I get to that point, then I'll definitely be back to show you that. So I got my oven preheated right now. It's on 400. And I'm going to have asparagus with that. Bought a bunch of asparagus. Bought it yesterday. And some jasmine rice. And of course, the turkey's going to have its own gravy once the soup and all that stuff like that. So it's going to be really, really good. I promise. Okay, guys. So I decided on this pan right here. I was going to use the other roasting pan, but it's not going to be big enough to hold all of it. This pan right here, I've had it for a while, and over time I ended up scraping the coating off of it, so I lined it with some aluminum foil. And I am going to put these in here like so. Hopefully everything fits. Everything's so doggone big. This is why I like,
I'm telling you, sometimes my coordination just be so off, and that camera be
the
all over the place. So just bear with me, okay? Thank you.
I mean, I like for my turkey wings to be cut in half. Oh, well, good. They all fit. Okay. This is just really the tips. I like the tips. That's my favorite part of the turkey. So, then I will take all of my onions and bell pepper, and I will put that on. Yeah. So what I did here is once I got everything into the pan, I put pats of butter on it so it can help it out. And I'm going to add just a little bit of chicken broth because you know turkey makes its own water. So yeah, that's just enough. And I'm going to wrap it up and put it in the oven. Everything is in the oven and I will show you. I'm gonna let those cook and steam and well cook for about maybe about 30-35 minutes. That way it'll be most of the way done. Then I'm going to put the soup on top of it. And then once that's all the way done, then I'll take the top off completely and just kind of let it cook that way. Yep, so we'll be back. Okay, so I'm halfway through and what I'm going to do is drain all of the liquid off and put it into a measuring cup. And I'm going to use that to season or cook my rice in. So I put the can of golden mushroom and a can of cream of mushroom. I know it looks crazy, but trust the process. And then I'm gonna cover it back up, put it back in the oven, let it finish cook. All right, so I washed some rice, and you all know how to cook rice. So what I did with my rice, it's already washed, still got a little bit of the water in it. But what I do is I wash my rice, put it in the pan, and the liquid that I got from the turkey, what I'm going to do is add more seasoning to it to kind of like over season the liquid. And then, because you know your liquid to rice ratio, how you do it, or if you go by the first digit of your finger, however you know how you do your rice. But what I'll do is I'll over season my liquid, and then I'll add a little bit of water to it in the pan, or I'll add a little more, either water or broth, and then I'll cook my rice that way. Yep. So as you see right here, I put more seasoning in, which is the regular seasoning that I use for my turkey. I add more seasoning into the liquid, and I'm going to use that to season or cook my rice in. So you have some flavored rice. So I add the liquid to the rice, and as you see, it's kind of warm, but it's come to the first digit. So I'm going to add a little more broth to it. I added just a little bit more broth to it, just a little, not much. And mix that up, make sure it's well combined, and then I will put it in, because remember this liquid has oil, it has butter, it has all the seasonings and everything from the turkey wing. So I'm going to put that in my rice cooker and just let it go. So I got my rice cooker going and set it and forget it. Y'all remember that commercial? So this is once it's pretty much done. I'm just going to put it back in the oven just for maybe about 15-20 minutes so it can get kind of get like a caramelized around the skin and stuff like that. All right, y'all, that is the final. It is done, and I'm about to plate it up. I've decided, I guess I can go ahead and cook the vegetables. 1 second. I don't know if I showed you, but the rice is done. And I seasoned it with the drippings from the turkey. Seasoned it up a little bit more, a little extra. Added some, a couple of pats of butter along with a little, just maybe a quarter of a cup of broth to finish soaking, and just let it cook. So yeah, and in case you're wondering, the turkey is very tender, very, very tender. Let's see. Very tender. My bad. Y'all, I'm back. So what I decided to do was cut up my asparagus into smaller bite-sized pieces, and saute them with some onions, and that'll be my vegetables. So 1 second, let me show you. So this is what I did. I had some onions already cut up, and then this is the asparagus. I just cut it in quarters or in thirds, and I'm gonna saute them just like so with a little bit of garlic and some olive oil. Saute the onions. Cook those first because you know they cook longer. And as far as my asparagus, I still like them a little crunchy. But I just cannot do crunchy onions. I don't know what it is. I just cannot. I'm going on. And then I add my garlic. I have to use regular garlic because I don't have any garlic, and the frozen ones that I normally have, I ran out, so there goes that. So I sauteed the garlic and the onions. I put maybe a half a teaspoon of olive oil and 1 pat of butter, and I'm just letting that kind of cook down just a little bit so that the onions can get like translucent or soft, or however you want to categorize it. But because I'm telling you, I don't know, as much as I love onions, I love cooked onions, but I cannot get with raw onions or crunchy onions. I just can't do it. I don't know what it is. But I'm about to add the asparagus and just let that kind of cook down. I had already washed them and everything, so I'm just adding those to the pot or to the pan. Might as well get all the garlic and everything. So I'm gonna toss these around. Add a little bit of garlic powder and onion powder. God damn. I did buy some new ones, but I'm trying to get all out of here. So garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, and complete. And that's all I'm really gonna put on that. I don't like my vegetables heavily seasoned. And like I said, complete is pretty good, but complete to me is strong. So I'll use a little bit at a time. So I just mix those real good until they become a bright green. You know how to cook asparagus. Until they become bright green. Yep, and that's it. All right, so they are pretty much done. I put a little piece of butter in there so that it can, you know, get that good flavor. And I added a splash of broth. Versus water. You know, broth has more flavor. So I added some broth to it. And I mix that in good with the seasoning, the butter, and they're nice and bright green. So to me, they are done enough. I like for my asparagus to be a little on the crunchy side, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna fix nephew a plate because he asked me before he left if he could if I could. He asked me before he left if I could fix him a plate so that when he gets home in the morning, he can eat that before going to bed. So I'm gonna fix him a plate, and I'll probably fix me a little corner because, yeah. You already know what the deal is with my stomach. My stomach be on some BS. So, 1 second, I'm gonna go ahead and fix his plate and fix my dish and then have a taste test with you guys. Y'all, look at this. This came with a bowl and it says live life in full bloom. I like it. You know where I got this from? The dollar store. I got it months ago, but I thought this was so cool. Anyway, hold on, let me fix me a plate. So this is son's, this is your nephew's plate, because I told him he don't need to eat a whole bunch before he goes to bed, but you know, if he wants more, there's more in the fridge. That's his plate. And then I put me the tip on a saucer with a little scoop of rice, but I like more vegetables than I do everything else. So that's my plate. So guys, so that is dinner. You saw your nephew's plate, you saw my plate, or my saucer, and I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog with this, but I just want you to know I truly appreciate you. I just noticed today that I have 245 subscribers, and so I'm so excited. But I just want to say thank you. I thank you for taking a chance on your girl. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get off this vlog because I got some maintenance to do. And yeah, your girl's got 245 subscribers. Thank you, cousins. All right, thank you. So I'm going to end off this vlog. Like I said, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you. And I'm still learning this thing. So, you know, just bear with me a little bit. But, you know, continue to rock with your girl. I truly appreciate you. So excited I got tongue-tied. Anyway, I love you guys. Be intentional on everything. Remember to be good or be good at it. And don't forget to be authentic. Yeah. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Love you. Mwah.